Hello everyone, it's me, and today's video is my thoughts on the series The Queen's Gambit, which is a web series it's a Netflix original and you can watch it online. But you do need a subscription again after you do a 30-day free trial, which kind of irritates me. So I just sign up to the subscription regardless of doing the 30-day free trial. Because I just skipped the 30 days free trial. If I wanted to delete my account, they would refund it to my account. The money that I solely paid them. And yeah, maybe I should get started on this video. So, my thoughts on Queen's... Okay, basically I need to tell you what's it about. So, it's about this young American lady called Elizabeth Harmon. She's like a child's prodigy at the game. She first discovers chess, but before that her mum died in a car accident, which is very sad to hear. But also, and it's about her learning the game. She's basically a natural at it, but she had to still learn the game as well, because you need to study it and study different chess moves as well. And she had to compete in different tournaments and learn how to win or lose tournaments as well. So the bigger the tournaments that she entered, the more prize money she had to earn. But it did have an effect on her well-being, because she had very negative experiences in her life. Like I said, her mum died and she had to be sent to an orphanage, and she's been sent to she's been adopted by this couple. The couple actually, the mother was very nice. The wife was much nicer than the husband, because the husband's been more or less away from the house because he had to be sent away to another place. I think it's part of his job, I guess. Or he's been detained, rather, let's say. And she learns about her life. She learns about the game by going to tournaments, like chess tournaments. And the more she gets to experience these chess tournaments, the more that she learns how to play the game and learns how to win and lose against different competitors. But she feared only one competitor. He's like, the Soviets, the Russians, basically, they take it proper seriously, It's like, chess is basically like their thing. They take it so seriously. It's like they live and breathe chess, basically. And it's based on truth. It was based on the book, this series, but it's kind of based on truth. I think that's where the author got the idea from, because the Soviets were kind of famed for chess because of what happened. I think it's something to do with communism in Russia, but basically Soviet Union, I should say. And they take it as seriously as possible, and every world champion was of the Soviets. Until an American guy defeated one of the Soviets, I think, I'm not sure, became world champion, I guess. It was like a thing for them. So I watched this documentary about chess, but I don't know if there's so many moves to chess, there's so many ways you can win chess, but there's this Russian guy, Soviet guy in the film program. He was famed for the Sicilian defense. But I'm not sure. I know it's a chess move, but I don't know much about the move itself. I don't know what it entails. And I think she did play this guy a number of times. He was very hard for her to beat, and one time she allowed him to counter his move, and then she lost. And I was and she was going through all the motions like all teenagers go through. I think she was like only in her teens, late teens. or early 20s when she started competing for the bigger tournaments as well. And chess back in, I think apparently used to be only for men, but because females weren't really allowed to play chess. And I know those days they live in a very sexist society where you can't do the things that women can't do the things that men can do, really. Because men could do many things and we can't. And we're always restricted to one thing, which I did gain something from this film. And another thing which kind of I gained was like she had suffered from hardship basically from her past, and she was trying to block it out by taking drugs and alcohol, which kind of sets the tone for why she she unraveled quite dramatically basically, and people tried to help her. She didn't want to get help, and then she saw her friend, and it kind of was a good way for her friend from the orphanage. Her friend was trying to say she wants to make the change because it's not easy for someone like her because she's a black person. And with black people, we always struggle every day to fit into this society because it's predominantly white and westernized, and they're very racist as well. And yeah, I think she discovers that she's unraveling because the adopted mother was drinking quite heavily and she wasn't feeling well within herself, and but she passed away, which kind of was breaking point for her in a way, but not necessarily. And she she met those guys who used to compete. She used to compete, and they helped her figure out how to beat this tall Russian Soviet guy. He's been like the grandmaster. He's like a grandmaster is when you are at the top basically of chess. So you've beaten like many people basically, and she tried to earn her right to be a grandmaster by she had to actually face this guy at chess basically. So her friends tried to help her do that, and they try to they train her up and they tell her to use the tactics to defeat him, because there's books on different tactics that she had to read about and study so she can try and get herself prepared for the match, because you need to have a great clear mindset, and the chess is all about the mind. It's no movement in the only movement you're making is through your hands and through the chess pieces, and it's mainly mind games, chess, because it kind of exercises your mind, and I think exercising your mind is always good. And I really enjoyed the series. It's very kept, and she eventually won, which I was so happy, because it's not easy beating somebody who's been at the top for so long. And she had to do that by clearing her mind and not allow these. But she still used the tranquilizers, which is, I think tranquilizers are basically these drugs that allow people to escape from their, misery, I guess. And she won, which kind of gave her like the accolades, and people recognize her, and she's standing ovation. Like basically, they recognize her as a champion in chess. She's basically doing it for women as well. And for me, I enjoyed watching the program, and it was very thought provoking and provided me with a new aspect towards things, and I did enjoy it, and it was a very good series. It was very gripping, and I liked the shots and the editing, and I did like the story as well, and it's very engaging. I engage throughout it, even though I'm not really a chess expert. I'm quite a novice at it because I don't really know much about it, and I don't even play chess. I used to. It was on Facebook, and I tried to play chess. It's very hard, that game, but I started getting used to it. But I haven't played it for like forever. I'm not a fan of it, but I do play it. I have played it in the past, but not competitively, but on Facebook, recreational hobbies, time, that time to myself. I just use my phone to play chess. And you could get it on Facebook as well. So I just use that basically. It's like a mini computer game, you know. And I really enjoyed the series. I would recommend this series to people, even though you don't have to be an expert on chess be to know about to be engaged to that program, Queen's Gambit. And I would tell people to watch it on Netflix and subscribe to the service. Netflix have very good programs. This is one of those programs. I know it's only a limited series, which it was gutted. I was so gutted it was a limited series as well. I thought it'd be like series 1, series 2, but I wanted more basically to how she handled her success after she beat the guy who was the top dog for so long. And that's what I wanted, which was very disappointing it ended the way it did. But I did enjoy it. I would say I'll give it let's say a 9 out of 10 because I really liked it. And now it's very gripping. I engaged. There's lots of tense moments, everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know, again, I'm always going on and on. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below if you want any more videos like this or any other suggestions. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.